Inside pretty much every single cell in your body, there's a complete blueprint of you. It's the human genome, the instruction manual for life itself. But how in the world do scientists actually read it? Well, today, we're going to dive into the incredible puzzle of how we piece that blueprint together. So the genome's language only has 4 letters, A, C, G, and T. But the book it writes is just immense. We're talking 3 billion letters. To put that in perspective, imagine a library with 1,000 books, and each book is 1,000 pages long. That's the sheer volume of information packed inside each one of your cells. It's wild.
Okay, so here's the catch. Our fancy sequencing machines, they can't just read those 3 billion letters from start to finish. Nope. They can only read these tiny little fragments, maybe a few hundred letters at a time. So, how do you possibly put that entire 1,000-book library back together when all you have are tiny scraps of sentences?
Really, the best way to think about this whole thing is as a jigsaw puzzle. But listen, we're not talking about your average weekend puzzle. We're talking about one with billions of pieces. And you don't even have the picture on the box to guide you. That is the core challenge of genome assembly. Let's make that analogy even more real. Imagine taking that entire library we talked about, running all of it through a paper shredder, and then someone asks you to tape every single page back together in the right order. That's exactly the challenge scientists are up against, taking all these shredded scraps and trying to rediscover the original story. All right, so if we're going to solve this thing, we have to know what the pieces even are, right? What are these little scraps of information that scientists are actually working with? So each one of our little puzzle pieces has a name. It's called a sequence read. A read is just that short string of A's, C's, G's, and T's that the machine spits out. And you get millions upon millions of them, all completely jumbled up. So the very first job is just to generate a massive, massive pile of these reads from all over the genome. Okay, so now we have our billions of puzzle pieces. What's the plan? How do we even begin to put them together? Well, this is where a really clever computational strategy comes into play, one that's designed to find order in all of this chaos. It's a 3-step dance called overlap, layout, consensus. First up, overlap. The computer just churns through millions of reads, looking for any pairs that have identical matching ends. It's just like finding 2 puzzle pieces that click together perfectly. Then comes layout. The software takes those matches and starts arranging them into the most likely order, building these long chains of reads. And finally, consensus. This is where those chains get merged into one solid, high-confidence sequence, using the overlaps to correct any little errors along the way. And the result of all that work is something we call a contig, which is short for contiguous sequence. Think of a contig as a completed section of our jigsaw puzzle. It's not the whole picture yet, not by a long shot, but it's a solid, continuous piece of the genome that we can now start to work with. The goal is to make these contigs as long as possible, and then, hopefully, link them all together. But, this process is far from perfect. The reality is, our genome is just full of these little traps and complications that can make assembly incredibly, incredibly difficult. And this right here is probably the most important takeaway. You'd think the biggest hurdle is just the enormous size of the genome, but it's not. The real headache, the thing that keeps scientists up at night, is repetition. Huge chunks of our DNA are just the same exact sequence repeated over and over and over again. An ideal genome would be like a puzzle where every single piece is totally unique, super easy to place. But a real genome, that's more like a puzzle that has a massive, featureless blue sky. All those blue pieces look exactly the same. How could you ever know for sure which one goes where? It's the same with our DNA. These repetitive sequences can easily fool the software into connecting parts of the genome that don't actually belong together at all. So given how ridiculously complex this is, you might be thinking, why bother? Why pour so much time and energy into getting the sequence perfectly right? Well, the answer is that having that complete, accurate blueprint of life, it's nothing short of transformative. A complete and accurate genome lets us pinpoint the exact genetic mutations that cause diseases like cystic fibrosis or Huntington's. It's how we trace our own evolutionary history and see how we're connected to every other species on the planet. It's also the foundation for developing personalized medicines that are tailored to your unique genetic code. Ultimately, solving this puzzle is really about unlocking the most fundamental secrets of what makes us who we are. With every single improvement in technology, our picture of the genome gets clearer and clearer. We're slowly but surely filling in those last blank spots on our own genetic map. And that leaves us with a really fascinating question. As we get closer and closer to a truly perfect blueprint of ourselves, what new secrets are we going to uncover next?